So today at work was another drag, first of all, because, Margaret's staff said no visiting with your boyfriend today, that being me. And because, it wouldn't have mattered because of the fact that, I went to bed at a decent hour last night when I got my full medication for the first time in 2 or 3 days, and yet I still woke up tired and had my staff, my bosses, Brock and Kayla, thinking I wasn't feeling well, but no. Just because I was like tired the last 2 or 3, 4 days doesn't mean I'm not feeling well. Other than that, other than the fact that I've been tired this whole time, I'm fine. I'm fine. If I wasn't feeling well, I would have said it right away and I probably would have stayed the hell home. But so even if I was wide awake today, it wouldn't have mattered because Margaret's staff said no visiting Mark today. So it wasn't really that exciting of a day anyway, as yesterday was, as you saw when we made Haley's birthday tribute. But right now, speaking of Haley, I'm here to talk about what I think is, let me check it out like Kevin LePage because I didn't keep count because, we haven't had a Goldbergs episode in 2 weeks. All right, Jesus, I didn't know we have gotten this far in the season already, considering that we're like close to the finish line, the checkered flag of the 2021-2022 television season, to the point where we're going to be outside in the warm weather more, except for when Meet the Mayhems, Ultraviolet and Black Scorpion in season 6 of Bunked are on. But this was the Larry 14th episode of season 9 of the Goldbergs. I mean, can't believe we've made it this far. Wow. Considering that, I have to watch the Danger Force Warped and Pivoting episodes out of order. The one I have to watch tomorrow night, watch tomorrow night's episodes. And then Friday after the Spurs game, then we'll catch up on the ones we missed the last 2 weeks because of NASCAR and all that shit. All the other shit we had going on the last 2 weeks. But, NASCAR and whatever else was going on. Right now, normally I have the best memory, but right now it's not all that great with, how my condition, my body condition, my general condition has been. But I'm pretty sure I'll look back and then maybe I'll remind you guys when I do the Million Little Things episode reaction later on tonight. But anyway, let's get into the Goldbergs episode. So that was some semi-star studded episode. Ren was back. Lainey was back, the fact that Ren even exists because, the actress who plays her, not the other one, because, because of the fact that, the original actress obligations to her show on Stars that sadly I haven't checked out like Kevin LePage yet, but the fact that, Kelly Berglund, my all-time favorite actress from my favorite show of all time, Lab Rats, I've kept following her wherever she went, and, it was a blessing in disguise. It gave me this show, it gave me Haley Oranti as another ultimate favorite actress. Hell, and even gave me Anna Grace Barlow on the Big Leap because, considering she played Lisa Levine, and, I think, was it season 7 or season 8 she appeared? I don't fucking remember. But ever since then, she hasn't appeared because, probably obligations and commitments to the Big Leap on Fox, not wanting to do the local networks at the same time, to avoid getting in trouble with their agent. So, but I don't know how these rules in Hollywood work, only the people down there would know. But I want to see at least one Lisa appearance before the season 9 is up. But, wow, I mean, considering that, Kelly Berglund was the one that gave me the show that's just why I came at the end of season 7. But I love how cordial Lainey, Ren, and even Coolidge Erica, whatever her name was, the other Erica number 2 is what I'm going to call her, were very cordial with Barry, not starting any drama, considering that, okay, my arms are getting tired, so I'm going to pull the camera down, considering that even at the end, they were, giving him advice, how he's an amazing, boyfriend to, Joanne, the same way he was an amazing boyfriend to all 3 of them before they eventually met their 3 Steves, I don't know if they were all named Steve on purpose just to fucking stage it, but if so, that's pretty cool. That's TV gold right there. And the fact that Joanne snapped, oh, Griffin Torre, one of my friends from Ridgeville who plays on the boys basketball team, high school basketball team, he hit a half-court buzzer beater. Let's go. But anyway, yeah. When Joanne snapped and got pissed off at Barry, I thought Barry done fucked up, but it wasn't as bad as I thought when we got to the end. And these endings are the best part about these comedy shows. Bless This Mess did it the last 2 years. American Housewife did it all these last 3 years. Now the Goldbergs is doing it. I mean, The Big Leap kind of did it, considering it was a combination of comedy and drama. Some of those episodes had cliffhangers. Some of them had happy endings where they worked out their problems. But they always work out their problems in these full-on comedy shows. Hell, even the Nickelodeon and Disney Channel shows do that shit. I mean, I love it. That's the thing about comedy shows. When it's drama shows, they want you to think it's a happy ending. Like A Million Little Things, Promised Land, or what's another drama show I can think of? You know, all these drama shows want you to think they have happy endings, but then they kind of twist it on you and give you like all these cliffhangers. One night you wonder what the hell happens next. I'm pretty sure Magnum PI does that, even though we don't watch that show on a full-time basis, unless it's someone we like from other shows that we normally watch. Past, present, old, new, make one-off guest appearances. But anyway, yeah, they always work out their problems. Hell, even Lou and Bev, and with help from the two Adams, worked out their problems. It was all going to shit. And just when you think of these comedy shows, every situation in the episodes is going to shit. Not just the whole Barry and his exes thing, but Bev, Lou, Adam, and Adam number two, and this wedding video fiasco and this whole general wedding fiasco. It was going to shit. They were taking it too far. What we weren't seeing eye to eye. But of course, just like the whole Barry and Joanne and the Barry's ex, it's like subplot. Bev, Lou, and Adam, the two Adams, the main Adam and Adam number two, worked it out just like they always do. They always know how to talk it out, their problems. Just like, how we say in, in real life, when we, in this neighborhood compared to Sandhurst, Sandhurst, we had major incidents, that were not of my doing. And, considering that it was so serious that we didn't talk to, some of these, assholes in the neighborhood, for a while. Just took a break from being friends, from hanging out with them. But here in Sandy Ridge and Ridgeville, whenever there's an incident, it's always minor because, it's been drama free, major incident free. The only thing we've come close to, stuff I'll not get into on the internet. I'll just leave between my friends and I, off camera and away from the internet. Whenever there's a minor incident, the maximum time we go without talking to each other is for like maybe a week, but we never stop becoming friends. Sure, we'll unfollow each other on social media and unfriend each other, but like when the time's right and it's been long enough, we've taken a break from talking to each other, we never stop being friends, and eventually we talk out our problems, and it's back to normal again, like nothing ever happened. And luckily, we haven't had to do that in 2 years. We haven't had to do that in 2 years, which is good. And it's only happened every once in a while, and not all the time. So that's basically what these comedy shows remind me of, when all these craziness and problems, stir up the pot, like, stir it like Sterling Marlin. But in the end, they always talk it out and things are fine, like nothing ever happened. So I look forward, and tonight, according to Cedric Yarbrough, who plays Vic, I finally started to pay attention to him, for the first time tonight, considering that, he was the one whose Instagram I had to check just to be sure. Tonight was not the 199th episode of the Goldbergs. That's next week, when Geoff and Erica finally tie the knot and say, I do, considering that we all thought it was this week, but we were mistaken. So I'm glad I checked Cedric Yarbrough's Instagram to see just, before we found out tonight. So therefore, the big wedding between Geoff and Erica is not this week, but next week, the 200th episode. And this is the perfect way to end it. So I will see you all next week for the Michael Waltrip installment of the Goldbergs, which is the 200th episode of the series as a whole, from season 1, before I came along with Kelly Berglund, and up to now. So therefore, thank you, Cedric, for correcting me. I will see you all next week for the Goldbergs peeps. But as for everybody else, I will see you all later on tonight for what is the installment of A Million Little Things. Let's go check it out like Kevin LePage. Wow, it's been even way longer since, Christmas, Christmas time, and we had a Million Little Things episode. Tonight will be the Bill Elliott installment, so I will see you guys later on tonight for my reaction video in regards to that.